Angela Rye is proof that black women support Pookie and Ray at any cost. This is the same woman who claims Black Lives Matter. She defended Charlemagne the God against rape charges. Now she's saying that Marcellus Wallace and Freddie Owens were lynched.
Vote to support the Emmitt Till Anti-Lynching Act, along with every member of the House except for 3 Republicans. So I appreciate your bipartisanship there. And what I do know as well, because America is in fact a racist country, was founded on such principles. Black men were lynched by the carceral state last week. I'm sure you've heard of Marcellus Williams by now in Missouri, who was convicted by a nearly all-white jury, and Freddie Owens in South Carolina.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck was that?
Who was executed despite his friend recanting testimony that Owens was not in fact there.
Now we're going to take Marcellus Wallace out. But Freddie Owens, he was not lynched. He deserved the death penalty. And if you don't know who Freddie Owens is, let me explain. This is Freddie Owens' victim. A young mother who was working 3 jobs to support her family.
I'm looking to breathe again and to not have this feel as if it's lingering. And
murder victim Irene Graves' daughter, Inslee Graves Lee, working through a lot of emotions Friday, just hours before her mother's killer, Freddie Owens, is set to be executed.
When they told us that she wasn't there, we kind of just sat and waited, knowing that something wasn't right.
On Halloween night, 1997, Inslee Graves Lee and her siblings got the news no family ever wants to receive. Their mother had been shot and killed while working at a Greenville County convenience store.
Do you agree with today, with the execution?
I have never thought about this topic. I believe the decisions made today were made while I was a minor. So I had no choice in the matter of my fate then, and I had no choice in the decisions made for today.
Inslee says her mother worked several jobs to provide a good life for the family, and she and her brothers suffered in so many ways after Irene's death.
Before my mom died, every Christmas was magical. It were gifts galore, baked cookies, and everything. And the first Christmas without her, we realized that those things weren't real.
Since Owens was convicted and sentenced to death, Inslee says she and her family have been notified of every appeal he's tried to file.
Do you believe that Freddie Owens is responsible for what happened to your mom?
I believe that the state of South Carolina and everyone who participated in today's events, I believe they used their best judgment and every tool in their toolkit to come to the most appropriate decision for today.
But Angela Rye, a black woman, would rather go with the Pookie who unalived her than to see that she gets justice. Now, the reason Angela Rye might believe he is innocent and was lynched by the state of South Carolina is because his co-defendant said after all these years, this man wasn't even at the market where our sister was unalived.
New motion filed by Owens' defense attorneys. They have signed or provided evidence of a signed affidavit from the other defendant in Irene's murder saying, quote, Freddie Owens is not the person who shot Irene Graves, and that, quote, Freddie was not present when I robbed the Speedway that night, end quote. The affidavit ends with his co-defendant saying, quote, I don't want Freddie to be executed for something he didn't do, end quote.
Yeah. Did you tell the police when they caught you that he was there? Maybe you should have been quiet 30 years ago. But, hey, Angela, hey, even if you think Freddie Owens is innocent of killing a black woman, even if you think so, We understand. Yeah, Angela, what about him? What about him? Oh, there was only one person that could have unalived him because it was only him and Freddie Owens in the cell together. So if you say he didn't kill the black woman, he definitely unalived him. Brutally, I might say.
South Carolina's first execution in more than 13 years. Owens was convicted of 2 separate murders. After his first conviction, he was placed in the Greenville County Detention Center on a 24-hour hold. Well, that's where he reportedly killed his cellmate, Christopher Brian Lee. Lee was in jail on a minor traffic offense at the time.
Brutally, I might say, smashing his head off the walls, sticking a pin up at the right side of his nostril, holding the left side in till he suffocated, and then he banged his head off the wall. So, Angela Rye, how was Freddie Owens lynched? He was responsible for the murder of 2 people. If you say he didn't do one, we definitely knew he did this one. So, I don't know how he was lynched. How you comparing Freddie Owens to Emmitt Till? How you comparing Freddie Owens to the millions of black people, or the numerous black people in this country that was actually lynched? I don't know. You are the reason no one takes racism serious, because you're always crying racism at the wrong time.